Hello students, welcome back to the channel. Today we want to learn about 8th standard science. The topic name is heat part 2. Already we discussed heat, effects of heat and a transfer of heat in part 1 video. So in this video we want to learn about calorimetry. It includes temperature, heat capacity and specific heat capacity. Calorimeter, construction and working mechanism, thermostat and thermos flask. So first we move to calorimetry definition. Calorimetry is a technique used to measure the amount of heat involved in a physical or a chemical process as known as calorimetry. Next we move to temperature. What is temperature and how to measure it? We often say the soup is hot and the ice cream is very cold. But what makes the soup hot or ice cream cold? Some objects are hotter than the other, like soup on the left side is hotter than the right side soup. Some objects are colder than the other, like this ice cream is colder than the cold drinks. So what makes things hotter or colder? When we get fever, your body becomes hotter than the normal. To know how hot your body has become, your mother puts a thermometer in your mouth or under the arms. Temperature is the quantity that tells us how hot or cold of an object is. So, the temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of your body or place. Like the boiling water is very hot as it has high temperature, and ice cream is very cold as it is very low temperature. When you put a pot of water on the stove and heat it, its temperature rises. The heat is a form of energy and it is caused of temperature. It means temperature is an expression of heat energy. Hot water becomes cold when it releases heat. So, colder water has lesser heat energy than the hot water. Coldness is caused by the absence of heat energy, thus, when heat energy flows. Next, we move to how to measure temperature. When we touch an object, we can say whether it is hot or cold. The sense of touch can estimate the temperature, but we cannot rely on the touch for the right measurement of temperature. Besides, we shouldn't touch things which are very hot like the boiling water. Hence, you may get burned. There is an instrument to measure the temperature accurately, which is the thermometer. Next, we move to what is the unit used to measure temperature. For example, we have different units to measure the length like inch, centimeter, meter, etc. We have different units to measure the temperature. One of the unit of temperature is degree Celsius. Like the temperature on the summer noon was 41 degree Celsius. The normal temperature of our human body is 37 degree Celsius. When we have a fever, our body is hotter than the normal. You must have seen or used a clinical thermometer used to measure the body temperature. If you look closely in Fahrenheit scale, measuring starting from 94 degree Fahrenheit to till 108 degree Fahrenheit. F stands for Fahrenheit scale. This is another unit of temperature and the normal body temperature is 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Next we move to clinical thermometer. It is made up of long, narrow, uniform glass tube and it has a bulb at one end which carries mercury. This mercury expands when we put a thermometer in your mouth or underarms to measure the body temperature. The normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. In Celsius, clinical thermometer we can find the Celsius scale starting from 35 degrees Celsius till 42 degrees Celsius. Different types of thermometers besides the clinical thermometer. One type is digital thermometer, which doesn't use mercury. We just put the digital thermometer bulb in the mouth or under the arms or touch it with some object, then the screen on it will show the temperature. Next, heat capacity. The amount of heat required to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Heat capacity is measured in joules degree Celsius power minus 1. Heat capacity of the substance depends on few factors. Number 1, type of substance. The first beaker contains 1 kg of paraffin wax, while the other beaker contains 1 kg of water. The result shows the temperature raised the paraffin about twice than the water. The paraffin has a smaller heat capacity than the water. Number 2, mass of the substance. Here, 2 beaker contains different mass of water heated in the same time by the same type of Bunsen burner. The temperature rises in the first beaker will be higher than the other beaker containing water. So, temperature rise a substance depends on its mass. Number 3, amount of heat supplied. The water in the first beaker is heated for 1 minute, while the second beaker is heated by the same burner for 5 minutes. The temperature of the first beaker lower than the second beaker shows that the temperature rise of a substance depends on the amount of heat supplied. Next we move to specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity of a substance is defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. It is denoted by the symbol C. Specific heat capacity is equal to amount of heat energy required Q divided by mass into rise in temperature delta T. So therefore C is equal to Q by M into delta T. The SI unit of a specific heat capacity is joule kg power minus 1 K power minus 1. Next we move to calorimeter. Calorimeter is a device used to measure the amount of heat gained or lost by a substance. The outer part of the calorimeter is made up of copper and the inner part is made up of stainless steel where the fuel burns called bomb. 2 fuse wires made up of magnesium fixed to a 6-volt battery are used to ignite the fuel. A channel for the supply of oxygen is placed to help the burning of fuel. The steel shelf of the bomb is enclosed inside the copper calorimeter. The calorimeter is closed from top using a copper lid. The space between the calorimeter and the bomb is billed water. A mechanical stirrer is placed at the opposite side of the stirrer. A thermometer is stored. During this process, fuel of known quantity is placed inside the bomb and ignited. The bomb is filled with excess of oxygen at 25 to 30 atmospheric pressure. The heat generated in the process is dissipated to water present in the calorimeter chamber. The mechanical stirrer is used to maintain a uniform temperature of the water. The amount of temperature raised in the water is noted using the thermometer. By the help of this device, we can measure the heat capacity of the liquid in the container. Next we move to thermostat. A thermostat is a device which maintains the temperature of a place or an object constant. The word thermostat is derived from 2 Greek words, thermo meaning heat and static meaning staying the same. Thermostats are used in many devices or systems that gets heated or cools down to a preset temperature. It turns an appliance or a circuit on or off when a particular temperature is reached. Devices which use thermostat include building heater, central heater in a room, air conditioner, water heater, as well as kitchen equipments including oven and refrigerators. Sometimes a thermostat functions both as a sensor and the controller of a thermal system. Next, we move to thermos flask. The thermos flask or vacuum flask is an insulating storage vessel that keeps its content hot or cooler than the surrounding for a longer time. It is primarily meant to enhance the storage period of a liquid by maintaining a uniform temperature and avoiding the possibilities of getting a bad taste. The thermos flask or vacuum flask is used to keep the things warm and cold. It consists of a double-walled glass flask having vacuum between the walls, kept inside a metallic case with the cork supporters. The outer and inner surface of the glass flask are highly silvered. The mouth of the flask is fitted with airtight cork. The vacuum between the two walls of the flask prevent heat transfer by conduction or convection. The silver coating of the walls of the vessel reflects back heat radiations. Thus, heat by radiation can neither enter inside nor go out of the flask. The airtight cork, which is a bad conductor of heat, prevents any loss of heat by conduction or convection. Some heat may be transferred by conduction through thin glass walls at the neck and the poorly conducting cork. If you have any doubts and suggestions, give your feedback to the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Have a nice day.